Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review from the kitchen. I'm just about to do some brewing, although I've actually made the thing this time to actually put the beer in the sink in warm water to heat the malt up a little bit. So really proud to review this from the good people at Alter Ego Brewing Company and Urban Chcken Ale. Alter Ego, Urban Chcken Ale, two of the finest stars of the UK craft beer industry, up and coming stars that is. And, I see a great future for both of these breweries. So this is their Urban Peat Chocolate Almond and Honey Imperial Stout. So it says on the back, got my eyes. So we took our collaboration with Urban Chcken and aged it for 9 months in Evan Hill bourbon barrel to create a luxurious Imperial Stout inspired by one of our favourite chocolate bars. 10%. There you go. That's interesting. The wife actually said to me, "You're reviewing a 10% beer." And yeah, so there we go. So got the Alter Ego glass. If you like this brewery, get yourself the glass. Look at that. So here we go. Give it a pour. I did taste the original. Super excited to see how barrel aging, not sure the chocolate bar they mean, almond and all that. So typical raggy pour. Yep, rubbish. Something chocolatey, big and chocolatey on the taste there. So there we go. Black body, tan head, not a dark tan, I would say mid tan head. What's the bar then? Is it Milky Way? Chocolate almond honey. It's not crunchy, is it? Surely. Milky Way? I ain't got a clue. Don't eat much chocolate. I do apologise if that eye looks gammy. I had gunk in there last night and it's been sore yeah, it's been sore. I have to remember sometimes that children watch beer reviews and welcome to the children of Mr. Alter Ego and Mr. Urban Chcken and their respective families. Profanity is should be less regarded, yes. Unless I'm doing a beer with Raggy, and then I don't care then, or I'm doing a live, if I'm doing a live then things happen. So, chocolate and the honey is the more powerful at the moment on these. Yeah, the almond's more in the background. So let's see how the bourbon element kicks in. I'm really excited for this. Massive thank you to the anonymous friend of the channel who actually bought this as part of a beer haul from Adventure Beer. Absolutely gobsmackingly thank you. See, I've got friends who don't like barrel aged beers, but I like them. I like to get the complexities. I think barrel aging is definitely the way forward. Oh yeah, you can taste the barrel on this. It's definitely coming through, and it's helping actually. It's making it it's a good stout as it is, but it's certainly adding to that stout. I reckon that barrel could be used again. Quite strong. Certainly going down well, although it is technically a work night, but never want to share away from his beer reviewing tasks and stuff, it's got to be done, it's got to be done. And I've done a lot of beer reviewing lately, and the channel's absolutely awash with videos for focus on breweries, cask beer reviews, normal beer reviews, and yeah, I'm really hitting it. It will slow down at some stage, I think, and it's nice to get recognition back off both breweries, pubs. It's lovely to say. I hope I'm some sort of beacon of positivity towards the beer industry. And why wouldn't you be? And the beer's nice, you know. I drink a beer to get the taste, aroma, but also to just chill off a day, to settle myself down. I'm not drinking beer to get drunk. I've done that many times. It's not good. I tell you what, it's got a real poke of the bourbon intermingled with I think the bourbon and the honey are quite strong together in the way they are. The almonds more in the background. The chocolate's there throughout, mind you, but certainly the honey and the bourbon, in my opinion at least, for what that is, really blending together well. I hope this is the first of many collaborations. Two amazing breweries, like I say. I mean, Alter Ego on their opening of their tap room. So Alter Ego, if you didn't know, they've got in Losco, they've got the Tip Inn, basically an Alter Ego micro pub, and then they moved from, I think they were based, was it Hema, over to Alfreton, and I went over to the first night, try and support breweries as you do, although I was driving, so I couldn't support it as much as I'd like to have supported it, but the wife was supposed to be coming, but she bailed. Although something happened, there's always something happening, isn't there? That's life. Life can be such a torrid storm at times. I'll be glad when the seas are calmer. But I went over, and such is the friendship and such is the decent person that is Darren, Urban Chicken Ale, that he was actually serving on the bar. I mean, you've got Matt from Alter Ego, a lovely person. You've got Darren, another lovely person. Two people, trying to put their businesses out there, keeping their families afloat and all that. Doing a job that they love. I mean, if you're ever doing a job you love, embrace it. Feed off that positivity. Ignore negativity. Now, for me saying that, it's difficult at times, but ignore negativity. There's too many negative in the world. Put the negative, put it in the cupboard, lock the cupboard, and do it. And embrace positivity. Feedback, good feedback, yes. If you brew a beer, and even if you've got issues with the beer, I know Darren. This is Urban Chicken for you. He brewed a beer, tasted it, wasn't happy. Most other people would have probably left it, let it age a bit, and or even just sold it. Quality control. What did he do? Binned it, and that's a cost to him. A lot of breweries wouldn't have done that. No, they put it out, and but that says is what it's all about. And I've done a focus on Urban Chicken. I haven't done one on Alter Ego yet. I need to get another Alter Ego beer because I like to drink more of the beers while I'm doing it. I mean, and try not to be drunk when I'm doing it as well. Can't do it over in peace. Try not to be drunk while I'm doing it. As is. So, enjoying this. Why do I talk on beer reviews? Why do I rattle? Why do I go off on tangents? Why? because beer breathes like a fine wine. Room temperature for an Imperial Stout. I do apologise about the haircut. Jesus. Hey, it upsets me looking in the. I mean, look at that. You take the mickey out of people like that back in the day. Well, you can't take the mickey out of anybody these days because you'd upset somebody from some sort of background, should we say. Be it colour, religion, or gender, you know, you're bound to upset somebody. And in a world where, you know, we must not be so, what's the word? There's friendly banter and then there's awful, you know, awful stuff no one needs. Friendly, yeah, it's all good. As long as people know that you're not being awful. Anyway, as you can see, I've still got, how much is that? Is that half a pint? 2/3 of a pint? Yeah. Well, the half's way up the glass, isn't it? 2/3 there, and then that's a pint. Don't look right, does it? You think the half would be down here. Glasses are weird, aren't they? Like I say, cracking glass from Alter Ego. And the good thing about this glass, you don't get it with a lot of glasses out there. This is dishwasher safe because it's really thick on the top. You'll get a lot of glasses, and I've been to a certain brewery, not far away from, yeah, um, from these guys in 2016, and I walked out with 4 glasses, and because they were free anyway, you bought, you know, I walked out with my mate's glasses. The dishwasher took the whole lot out, and I don't tend to wash glasses in dishwashers anymore. But this one you could. It's nice and thick, decent, proper glass, you know. Certainly the bourbon and the honey, like I've said, they really are combining. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, Darren and Matt, Alter Ego, Urban Chcken, know a lot more about brewing than I do. But it's you know, we're always learning. I'm a gardener. Been a gardener since I was 8 years old. Yeah, you're always learning. In your trade, you're always learning. You learn from people who may have learnt things before you, or you adapt and you change. And so that'll be interesting as they go along. And it's a journey as a beer fan that you want to jump on. You want to jump on their journey, see where they go, see what your hops they use, what different barrel aging techniques they use, and what different types of whiskey, bourbon barrels, etc. Yeah, there's a definite sweetness from the bourbon, combining with the honey, which is pushing the almond to the back, whereas the chocolate remains there. But even so, the chocolate is getting pushed out of the way. And there's a real boozy factor coming through as well. That 10% certainly getting its backside under to it. It feels a lot more than 10%, if I'm being honest. Which isn't good, because if I get a bollocking, then yeah, I'll say to the wife, I'll say it's that Darren's fault. So it's an Imperial Stout. It's barrel aged, and there's a slightly sweetness to it. I can't wait to try. There's another barrel aged Alter Ego one coming out as well, so I can't wait to try that. Always interesting to see what the brewers think. You know, the most important people behind any beer is the actual brewer, because are they happy? What you'll find out with beer reviews is, unless I'm drunk, and obviously then it's pointless listening. But it's what I get, and then they listen and think, yeah, and yeah. And sometimes people are happy with their beers. I brew my own beers, and sometimes I think, oh God, that was awful. And And then there's other times where you think, oh, that did an amazing job there. And, you know, so, like I say, this is chocolate, almond and honey. I'm still not sure what the chocolate bar is. Please comment if you know what the chocolate bar is supposed to be that was intended. Barrel aged. Urban Pete, two amazing breweries. You know, I have absolutely top respect for both these breweries. Absolutely. You know, I know they're local to me. So people think, oh, because they're local, you know. But I know both the breweries very, very well. And, you know, I have the utmost respect. And for me, I enjoyed it. I'd like to have seen it done in a whiskey barrel instead of a bourbon, probably. If anything, maybe the bourbon's slightly too sweet, but who knows? Still a very nice Imperial Stout, a good 4.3 out of 5. Cheers all. Brewing time.